Our hero's rabbit chase led him deep into the chrono-illogical land of time. Meanwhile, the Moon Bear King was on to the witch, whose own dark intentions still hung on the air. No world is complete without a clock tower, and the moon is no exception. But the hands of this clock are not used to tell time. They are used to shape children's dreams. Light and dark decide if it's a quarter to a nightmare, or half past a daydream, or 10 till a rude awakening. To keep a stern watch over the clock, the moon goddess had chosen Mr. Pink. But that was before. When the white moonstone shattered, the clock spun into madness, and Mr. Pink went missing.
To bear or not to bear? Who is she, this witch who's after my moonstone? Why does she oppose me? She didn't have to steal Calibris. She didn't have to pick on me like this. It's not fair. This is my moonsies. Nobody else can have it. Not that mean witch, that awful hag. Whoever she is, she's mean and I hate her. Have I seen her somewhere? Yes, that would explain it. Who is she? Where have I met her before? Wait. Yes, Teacup. Of course. You're done, hag. Checkmate!
Kataro, look out! These cards are about to fall!
Cushioning Kotaro's fall was a strange garden constructed like a maze. Primly precise hedges were prankishly preventing Kotaro's progression. Of course, Kotaro had prudently come pre-equipped with the proper pruners.
Really, I hope you're happy with yourself. I went through all that trouble to hide myself, but what's the point exactly if you're going to march into my garden and mercilessly slip away at my disguise? I might as well be wearing a lampshade. I mean, I'd probably itch less, not that you care.
Show a little gratitude? Kataro just, saved you. Do you have any idea who he is?
Lost soul, rightful bearer of Calibris, hero of the moon. Yes, all very obvious, very clear to the naked eye. But, you see, that's why I'm getting pernickety. You're being far too reckless. You probably ride your bicycle at night without a helmet. And do you really expect to defeat the Moon Bear King like that? Really? Ah, never mind. What's done is done. Milk spilt, not crying. Moving on, corrective measures can be taken. Proverbial mop for the proverbial dairy disaster, yes? Now, introductions. The name's Galahagrid Mulberry Times a Wasting. Goddess appointed Warden of the Land of Time, Clock Tower / Watchman / General Manager of what we call Dream Time, etc. ad infinitum.
Mr. Pink? Okay. So, why were you hiding in the bush again?
Must we go over every detail? Clock's ticking, sand trickling out of the hourglass. Come on now. Fine, here we go. Class is in session. Have a seat, or stand, or hover, whatever. Basically, this all started with dreams. The goddess, because she's rather smart, decided that there should be a certain parity, that means equality, in how we interact with children in their dreams, which of course led to the construction of the clock tower, built by a watchmaker by the name of...
For crying out loud! Can you just give us the abridged version? Oh, you talk faster than most sane people think, and we've got a lot to do.
Shameful, simply lamentable, the attitude of our young people today, shrugging aside the weighty implications of their history and heritage, demanding instant gratification, reading spoilers of movies they haven't yet seen. Dreadful, this kind of rapid culture death. Just give the Moon Bear King the edge, you know?
No, us dying of boredom will give him the edge. Come on, don't tell me the great Mr. Pink doesn't know how to be concise. Get with the times! You're a bird. Don't you know how to tweet? 140 characters or less. Go.
That clock controls when children dream. Stop. Only I can operate it in the goddess's absence. Stop. I hid from @MBK to keep him from using it for evil. Stop.
140! Well done. So, the Moon Bear King is after your clock. Wait, what does he want with a clock? Can't he buy a watch?
I have to explain that too? All right.
20 words or less.
He wants to permanently stop with the clock hands at midnight, but he needs me to do it.
Right. That does sound bad. What happens if the hands stop at midnight?
Dreamtime will be frozen at the darkest hour, never to flow again. In short...
Yes, please.
If the Moon Bear King uses me to stop that clock, we're all...
And for once, Mr. Pink was at a loss for words. The last guardian of the clock tower was in Rooster's clutches, and the Moon Bear King was poised to plunge all the Earth's children into an eternal nightmare. Couturier dashed through the verdant labyrinth, determined to free Mr. Pink from the diabolical General Rooster.
Look at the ladybugs! Bees, too! The Moon Bear King? What's he doing here?
As I said, now a sweet little bee is here.
Well, this casting is too ridiculous.
Luckily, the honeybees came to...
must emancipate me, which, as you know, more or less derives from Latin, meaning deliver from the hands of. Yes, you must free me from General Rooster's talons. He doesn't have hands, and thereby render me liberated.
The land of time's
yes.
Topiary garden
Now,
was a magical place.
freedom may seem subjective, however... Trouble, you know. I mean, you've got stumpy appendages, but a bit of urgency ought to compensate for walking rate. Unless you've already written me off as a disposable character. Yes, well, I have a few things to say about that.
Oh my gosh! Talk, talk, talk! Kataro's gonna ditch you if you don't stop polluting the air with your noise. Nobody likes a wisecracking motor mouth who flies around and tells people what to do. Trust me, I deal with people like that all the time.
I have a feeling our beloved audience knows exactly what Picarina is talking about. On through the verdant labyrinth Kuturo dashed as Mr. Pink...
What in blazes is taking so long? It's your fault I'm even in this predicament, you and your snip, 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 why don't I slice up Mr. Pink's disguise and ruin everything and destroy the world because I feel like it?
The garden stretched on endlessly.
I see we've upgraded to dinosaurs.
Yes! Kuturo found himself astride a Triceratops, second only to the T-Rex on the dinosaur top 40.
There's a top 40?
Have you got your ends and your meals mixed up?
Sure.
Because
And multiply.
The thing about Triceratops is that they're hard to classify. Scholars still argue about whether they're basically the same thing as the Torosaurus, which I think is just silly. But then, alas, the twisted Topiary topography was making Mr. Pink's rescue rather difficult.
Have a spot of tea, hun. In fact, have the whole leopard.
Don't be ridiculous. Leopard spots aren't made of tea. They're made of a special pigmentation that, in actual fact, is...
Kuturo found himself an unwilling guest at General Rooster's afternoon tea. But there was no time to sit back and nibble on pastries. He had to leap from table to table just to keep up with his host.
Go on. Don't let the tea get cold. You have all the time in the world.
Oh yeah, tons.
Kuturo sheared a path along General Rooster's trail of feathers and moved to the next table. It's important at these sorts of functions to make the rounds and socialize a bit. One can't be rude and keep to oneself. Biscuits and fruit, cold cups and scones. It all looked scrumptious. But a party is more than just eating.
Wait, didn't we already come this way?
Remember, It's proper to give up your seats for the elderly and people who need them.
Oh, yeah, I'm not so sure my grandma would want this chair. Ooh, let's go right. That side looks yummy. I said go right. Oh, look at these twists and turns.
General Rooster flapped away disdainfully every time Couturier got close. But the trail of feathers was leading our hero ever closer to the clock tower. Couturier's wild rooster chase had led him to Mr. Pink's place of employment. One magical clock tower at the heart of the land of time. The insides of the tower were stuffed with enormous, intricate gears.
Do they really need this many?
The gears mesh together in order to transmit torque. You see, they're finely tuned to make sure that the hour and minute hands of the clock rotate at steady, accurate pace. Also, they make convenient footholds. The Land of Time's clock used a magic pendulum which always kept perfect time and never had to be wound. It was scientific perfection.
You just said it was magic.
I'm just trying to create a little atmosphere, all right? If you want to be strange, go ahead and put every little story detail under a microscope, really. The rest of us will be having fun. Thank you.
Ah! Rooster! Is the clock fixed yet? Use Mr. Pink. I want that Land of Time!
The tower's stately exterior was lavishly decorated, which worked out well for Couturier, who needed a path to the top.
Are those eggs? Hey, why don't you use them to cut a path up? Heads up! We're gonna need more quarters. Yes! Perfect bonus!
How dare you slash my eggs! My babies!
Those were yours? I thought you were a boy chicken.
I can be anything I want!
Couturier was hot on Rooster's tail as the general tried to fly out of reach.
Nasty little thing!
Look at this,
Why won't you
Ladybug.
fall?
What? It can fly?
My babies! You little jerk! Every egg of mine you smash, I'll smash back on you tenfold!
What's with all these levers? It worked! Flip all the levers!
Kutaro used the clock's internal mechanisms to climb even higher.
Another lever! Where's the lever? Oh, I was never really clear on that.
Kutaro's swiftly calculated gear rotation, spring recoil, and pendulum arc, using the power of mathematics to cross the tower. Kutaro thrust his way past the endless machinery that worked tirelessly to keep time.
Oh no! Phew! Come on, climb back up! Check out all these cogs. They're spinning.
Kutaro's innate sense of rhythm allowed him to cut his way safely past the obstacles.
Yes, we're through! Aw, look at the pretty ladybug! Whoa! It moved! It's a roulette wheel. What's the skull mean? Something good? Wow! 10! It's a ladybug again! So long, ladybug! Send us a postcard!
After a long clamber, Kutaro had finally reached the top of the clock tower.
Hey! Sitter, hero! I'm up here!
He's been turned into a clock hand!
Save me, please! Before the clock strikes 12!
Your time is up, Kutaro. Soon this world will be plunged into eternal starkers.
I hope you mean eternal darkness.
Don't, you cowardly chicken!
You're in no position to call anyone yellow, Mr. Pink.
Come on, you cockadoodle doofus!
I'll shred you
He flew the coop! After him!
My wing!
That's it! Now chop off the other one!
But the clock hands were lurching ever closer to midnight. If Kutaro didn't hurry, the crazed Chanticleer wouldn't be the half of his problems.
Stop messing about, you fool! Did Calibras choose you or not? Undo the ropes that are binding me!
How can... Don't let him get away!
However, the clock hands now teetered just a few tick-tocks away from the sinister stroke of 12. Only brave Kutaro could avert the impending crisis.
We're doomed! Midnight is upon us! There is no hope! The world will end! I should never have put my faith in a couple of...
Shut up! We're gonna save you, so just chill out, okay?
you think? Ah! The proverbial gloves are off!
Almost there. Let's pluck this turkey till he sings.
Can't take it!
Finish him!
He's on the ropes!
My beautiful plumage! I'll make a rotisserie out of you!
Look out, lad! Destroy its wing! Marvellous and timely hit! Hurry! Time is running out! Up with the crab! So hot! Yes! Well done!
Moonstone shard, check. Clock under control, check. Nice job, Kitaro.
Hello? What are you doing? I'm over here! Would you help me, please? Thank you!
Hold on, we're coming.
Wrong again!
Come on, we're pleasing!
No!
What? No, you can't!
Monkey saw his chance and seized it. As the clock struck 12, Dreamtime lurched into its darkest, most terrifying hour.
Kitaro, look! The Earth!
You see, Kotaro? Now children everywhere will be locked in an inescapable nightmare. Their souls will be ripe for the harvest. They will make my master invincible.
Dragon, come forth! Open the gateway to Earth! Bring me those children's souls!
Kotaro's victory over Rooster felt empty. He should have known Monkey wouldn't play fair. And now that the damage was done, he was powerless to stop the long night to come. Even in the land of time, there was no changing the past.